If you want to become a Microsoft certified trainer, you can achieve this in 3 easy steps. So you're going to want to stick around while I walk you through these steps. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about who a Microsoft certified trainer is, all the necessary prerequisites that you need to become one. And if you stick around towards the end of the video, I'm going to be chatting with an experienced Microsoft certified trainer, and she's going to be walking us through her journey on how she became a Microsoft certified trainer. So enough talks, let's delve right in. Hey, Kazim here from TrainerCraft, where we help you with the content that you need to become a better trainer. So if you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel. Let's kick things off with who a Microsoft certified trainer is. A Microsoft certified trainer is a professional certified to deliver and teach Microsoft technologies. Now, there are a number of benefits that comes with being a Microsoft certified trainer. And I have a video up on the channel where you can get to listen to many Microsoft certified trainer talk about some of these benefits. So I'll be sure to put a link in the description where you can check that out. Now let's talk about some of the steps that you need to become a Microsoft certified trainer. There are a number of steps that you need to take to become one. But here in this video, I've put together a 3-step process for exactly how you can become a Microsoft certified trainer. So without any further ado, let's get into the content and check it out. So the very first step is that you will need to earn or pass any current Microsoft certification. Microsoft certifications such as the Microsoft Azure Administrator Associate, there is the Data Scientist Associate, so on and so forth. So there's a very long list of certification choices that you can pick from. So I'll try to include a link in the description where you can look that up. Personally, for me, when I was making my first MCT application, I think back then the requirement was MCSA. I used the MCSA to fulfill that certification requirement. But the MCSA certification is not something you have to worry about now because the credential or the certification is retired now. So just to reiterate, if you're new, you need to pass any current Microsoft certification. And I mentioned I'm going to put a link in the description where you can pick from a certification of your choice. So step 2 is for you to pass any of the many instructional certification programs that we have out there. Programs such as the CompTIA CTT Plus. There's one from MCT Approved Technical Trainer Program. There's one from Learning Tree Train the Trainer Program, amongst others. There's, however, an alternative to this. So the second alternative is for you to choose the personal reference. If you're going with the personal reference option, this will require you to prove that you have real-world training experience, right? So while you're filling out your MCT application form, you need to specify the name of your company, email address, and the name of your boss. So this personally for me was the route that I took back in 2009 when I was making my own MCT application. So you can choose whichever one works best for you. Either you're choosing the instructional certification option or you're going with the personal reference option. So that's step 2. All right, so the third step is for you to complete your application using the MCT enrollment tool, and then you pay a certain fee to complete your application. Now, the amounts that you're going to be charged, the amounts that you're going to pay will depend on the region that you're applying from. So if you're applying from the African region where I'm from, then you're expected to pay just a little less compared to people applying from the United States, for example. But the current application fee for new MCT is currently $1,000. But again, how much you're going to pay will depend on your region, like I earlier mentioned. Note, however, that the MCT certification does not last forever, right? So it's a certification that you will need to renew once every year. The requirement is that you at least teach one course within a calendar year. So that's something that is easy to pull off, right? That is all that you need to become a Microsoft certified trainer. So now, before we wrap up, let's listen to my chat with Lavelle Claytor, who is an experienced trainer, walk us through her journey to how she became a Microsoft certified trainer. Hello, everybody. So I have Lavelle Claytor with me today, and I'm going to be talking to her about how she became a Microsoft certified trainer. So, hi, Lavelle. Let's have you quickly introduce yourself to my audience.
Okay, hi. My name is Lavelle Clater. I am a Microsoft certified trainer, Microsoft Office Specialist Master. I've been teaching for over 25 years. I started with seven-year olds all the way to senior citizens. In the last 10 years, I've been prepping students for Microsoft certification.
Let's start with the Microsoft certification requirement, right? There's a requirement before people can become MCT. There's a certification requirement. You've been training for a long time, but you're now a Microsoft certified trainer. So when you were applying for your MCT, which certification did you choose to become a
Um,
MCT?
I did Microsoft Office 2016. I think I had to do Word Expert, and I think I had regular Word, Excel, Outlook, and PowerPoint. But I think the one that got me in was the expert in Word. So that's the one that got me in.
And we also have instructional skills, right? And I know for the instructional skills, people can either go with those certifications like the CompTIA CTT Plus. There is one from Learning Tree. There's also an alternative to this, right, which is the personal
Mhm.
reference. For
Right.
me, I went with the personal reference where you had to put in the name of the company where you work, get
Hmm.
somebody from the company like your boss to reference you. So you put in their name and their email address. So I want to check with you, which one of this option did you choose?
Well, I chose the reference, and what I did, I had two references. One is when COVID started, I had I was offered an opportunity to teach online via Zoom, so I racked up over 2,000 hours. So that was really great. But then also my supervisor that has been with I've worked with for several years, starting in maybe 2005 to 2018. So I got a reference from her also stating that I have been teaching since I think 99 or 2000, but all the way through to the end of when I was working with her. And then she also, wrote a look. She provided her email address, and she was able to provide a reference letting them know like what her experience was with me, what trainings I provided, and what certifications that I had, because I have more certifications than just the 2016.
There's currently a waiver on the MCT fee. Um, I don't know if the waiver still applies now to new MCTs. So the waiver started during the time of COVID. So I want to check, when you were making your application last year, did you have to leverage, did you have to take advantage of the waiver, or was there a fee that you had to pay as a new MCT?
I must have been through a waiver because I didn't have to pay for it.
Ah,
So
okay.
I just got right in. Right, I got in like December. It had to be like this right before maybe December 20th through the 30th, somewhere in there. So I got right in before the next year.
Because I know the fee is about $1,000. So I just wanted to check since you applied last year. So
I was blessed.
all right, so let's wrap up now about the benefits, right? So many people always talk about, or people trainers usually like to talk about the many benefits associated with being a Microsoft certified trainer. So, and I also know that you're a very experienced trainer now. So now being a Microsoft certified trainer, of what benefit has this been to you? And what would be your advice now to aspiring MCTs?
I would say so. The benefit for me is that I'm unknown. So, I mean, I'm known in the East Coast. If you go to Pittsburgh and you say Lavelle Plater to nonprofits, they're like, oh, yeah, we know. But now that I'm in the West Coast, I'm not really known. But I noticed that when I put up my certification certificate and then I added that to my profile on LinkedIn, I started getting more people reaching out to me for consulting opportunities, which I'm like, what? Whoa, what? All these, the last, I've been here for 3 years. And during that time, I really didn't get any offers except for East Coast. But when I put the MCT on there, and then I also connected with other groups on LinkedIn and Facebook, then I started getting offers to either teach or be a content evaluator. So it definitely has helped me in my role. The other thing I would say, if you don't have like an associate's or bachelor's or any type of uh, college training like that behind your name, is a computer background, if you don't have that, like I said, associates, bachelor's, master's, then this would be a good opportunity for you to be able to have that MCT certification, because it can open just as many doors as if you have the college graduation certificate.
All right. So that's going to be it, Clayton. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us. Any last words from you now before we say bye bye?
Well, I want to say definitely make sure you get your certifications. Check out the website to find out what are the qualifications that you need. And then once you find out what the qualifications are, and if you're having some issues, definitely reach out to Microsoft or join one of the MCT teams, because actually, I can't remember which group I joined, but they are very helpful, because one gentleman jumped in and said, hey, here's the link. Here's what you need to do. If you have questions, contact me. So the groups are very helpful. So that, I would say definitely join a group if you decide you want to become an MCT.
It's a wrap on this episode, but of course we have more interesting episodes coming up your way. So be sure to subscribe, share, and let others know about it. I'd also like to know about your own MCT application experience as well. So be sure to let me know in the comment section below. I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Bye bye.